All right, my friends, happy Saturday to you. Aaron Michael Eschenberg here, bringing in your honest astrology, your daily horoscope for the 21st of September 2019. It is Saturday. It's a very exciting day. Why? We've got the moon in Gemini. All right, so it's very sociable. A lot of information coming in, a lot of information kind of lighting the path. All right, we've got a semi-square between the moon and Uranus. Let me just show you the chart because honestly, it's days like this. It's like, what the? How do you, it's like, where do you start? Where do you start on a day like this? Okay, right off the gate here, look at this. This is a semi-square, okay, between our breakthrough, old traditional Uranus, or old traditional Taurus, Uranus, the great awakener, okay, wants to change this old tradition, wants to change and make way for the new. This is the old bull, old stubborn bull, okay? This new information that we're getting today adds to this. Now, the beauty here is we have this sesqui-square up to the sun, okay? So the sun's all about putting in the work here in Virgo. We got the last 2 days, today and tomorrow, the 29th degree, the last 2 days here of the sun in Virgo, putting in the work, our mission, okay? Saying yes to this, saying no to this, our purpose, our path. This is not to be diluted, by everybody else's opinion over here. That comes later on. This is about our work, our path, our focus, our future. So when we have this new information coming in that changes the way that we work, this leads to our personal aha, okay, which can further down the road. Again, everything that's happening here this month is our entire 2020. Okay, everything that happened the past 3 to 4 weeks here is going to shape our entire 2020. All right, very, very, very important. Now, we have a T-square. Okay, this one's been going on, and it's going to continue to go on for a couple days. It's almost exact. At later today it'll be exact because Mercury here. Mercury is just cruising right now. All right, so what is this? A little later in the day. All right. So it's kind of tomorrow still. But that, Mercury T-squared to the south node, to the north node, and to Saturn. This is really, really important, right? Because Mercury's about what? Mercury's our information. Our information is being squared by this old past, all right? But we have to let go some of this old past information. It's like it doesn't do us any good anymore. Sometimes things happen in the past to propel us to the future. Sometimes, it's like the bridge is down here, so we can't get across this way. So we have to find an alternate route. All right, that alternate route, we find whatever we're supposed to find. Now, it's important that every time we come back to this, it's just like, oh, well, when I traveled that road in 2009 or the early aughts, it was closed. That bridge was closed. So we should, go through the city. It's going to take an extra 30 minutes or whatever. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That was once. Okay? Just because it happened once in your life, that happened at this time in your life, doesn't mean that bridge is always going to be closed. That doesn't mean that pathway is always going to be blocked off. Or it doesn't mean further, even better, doesn't mean to not travel down that road again because at one point in time, a tree had fallen over. I remember I was on vacation one time that happened to me. A tree had fallen over, and I was so determined to get up this mountaintop. I was in Seattle. Got out of the car, I moved the tree branch and went up the mountaintop. So it's like there's obstacles on our path, but it's up to us and the work that we do that changes that. It's like this, like I'm saying, the work that we do, the information that comes in, the work that we do changes the outcome. Me, I wasn't taking this roads closed. I got out and I moved this freaking tree, giant tree. I mean, it wasn't not Paul Bunyan or anything, but it was a tree blocking a path. I picked that sucker up and then I was able to continue my journey into the unknown. Kept going up and as high as the mountaintop I could go until the car got stuck in snow. It was really cool. Anyway, back to this chart. So just because something was closed off at one point or we had seen something at one point in time in our lives, we're kind of coming back to certain things. Certain things are circling around and we're seeing that aha moment clicking on, the light's clicking on. It's like, oh man, what do I do? You know, this new information, Mercury is all about information, and we're talking about information in the sign of Libra. All right, so this is about other people. This is all about other people. And then there's the sun is me here in Virgo. This is my mission and my path. And Mars is with me here in my mission and my path. But we've got Venus also up there in Libra. So we have these bleeding hearts right now that want to be compassionate. We want to, you know, it's like we want to see from another perspective. Okay? We want to see things from another perspective. We want to learn. We want to be open. Okay? So that we can, you know, change our perspective in a healthy way. Back to this chart, okay? So that's the one T-square that's happening here, and which all points to what? Being compassionate, emotional and compassionate and beautiful and diplomatic and you know, love wins here, friends. Whatever's going on, let go of that old because love wins this war. Now, the other T-square we've got going on here, okay, is Jupiter. Now, this is starting tonight. Here on the 20th, and this is going to be going on all day on the 21st, okay? So this is our information here, all the information opposing the higher information, the faith. Do I have faith to continue this? Do I have faith in myself to go down this journey? Do I have faith in myself to travel down that path which was once closed off? The answer is yes. Why? Because what are these both pointing to? This is to Mars. Okay, so this T-square here is to Mars. Mars is our focal point. He's our center, our fulcrum, the balancing point. Okay, Mars, nothing is stopping Mars. Nothing's stopping Mars. Mars goes where he wants to go. All right, Mars does what Mars wants to do. So when we, you know, not only is it Mars does what he wants to do, this isn't just like, you know, my way or the highway kind of a thing, but this is cut and dry, okay? There's a right way and a wrong way when it comes to Mars here in Virgo, and it comes to this T-square. There's information over here that's the sun, it's the shadow, it's all of this. Then we have the faith over here, the higher consciousness, the higher information over here in Jupiter and Sagittarius, okay? And it's like you're trying to fool the hero, the sun, you're trying to fool Mars, the warrior, and it's just not going to happen. You know, it doesn't matter what this, you know, MC Escher crazy stairs thing looks like, you're not going to fool Mars. Mars is dead center in his like kind of seat of glory. And it's just like, yes or no. You can present this information to me, and I'm going to say yes or no. It's as simple as that. But if you're going to try to beat around the bush and you know, create this big illusion before just giving me the information, no. I'm taking a high road. Period. Mars is taking the high road. And in Virgo, again, Virgo the Virgin it's not owned by someone. It's not owned. It's free to say yes, it's free to say no. So on one hand, we have all this information coming in trying to like, well, what about this? Remember when this happened? You know, let's go back to the story about the old road here with the bridge that was down or whatnot. You know? So it's just like, it's like the, you know, the little tapping in the shoulder, like, well, remember what happened last time you tried to go down that? And it's like, shut up, little angel or little devil, whoever's on the shoulder. You know, it's just like, I get to make my own decisions, right? You can't try to persuade me by showing me all these things. Well, that one time, remember that one time that, you know, Stacy Gregory went to this and this happened and then her third cousin, twice removed brother's girlfriend, and she got shingles. And so that's why you don't want to go to the mall. You know, it's like, what? You're like, come on. You know, what is all of this? Like, yeah, sure, there might be some valid information somewhere in this story or somewhere in this. But ultimately, the decision lies on me, lies on you today. You know, this is your Mars in Virgo. This is your Sun in Virgo. You're the one that's got the power of authority to say yes or to say no. And ultimately, we have this bigger ball over here of faith. Of the higher information of the philosophy and education over there in Jupiter, which is saying like, look, we can let all of this kind of squirrely information go. That's just not, it's not going to have any weight on me. It's not going to deter me. I know what I want. I know who I am. I see it. I'm going for it. Yeah. So we can have a very, you know, we're pulled in both of these aspects because we do see left and right. We do see left and right. But then when we kind of, Virgo, horse blinders, baby. You know, it's like when we put these horse blinders on, it becomes very very clear. The answer is very, very clear to whatever we're supposed to be doing on this Saturday, whatever information, whoever we're supposed to be seeking out. You know, we also have this, you know, these oppositions to Chiron, which is like, okay, this adds to our own personal healing. So whatever decisions that we make today, there's like a sense of accomplishment that goes through this, you know? So you're like, yeah, I did that. I said yes to this, or I said no to this, or I revisited that old road. And boy, am I happy I did. I found this, you know, cute little coffee shop, got an ice cream, you know? So it's just like the whole world can change and open up here. It's up to us to decide what we're saying yes to, what we're saying no to. Staying focused again on Saturday and on Sunday. These are our last 2 days. Now, it's interesting as we have a transition, you know, as the sun is going to be moving from the later degrees of Virgo into Libra. We've got the moon tomorrow moving into, let me see what time it's going to be. It's at 1 a.m. on the 22nd. So for those, you know, LA, whatnot, it's going to happen. It's going to happen later on the night for you. That the moon's going to move into the you know, the watery sign of Cancer. We're getting very emotional. So it's just like we're focused and we're emotional. So it's like we're focused. We have all this information, and then this, you know, they both kind of move at the same time, and then it gets down to us being focused and our emotions, and then focus of our emotions, and then others. So we have a very like lovey weekend coming up, but there's some like steps that go in before that kind of love opens up to us and really blossoms, you know. So it's just like we just need to sprinkle it with some water, some rain, and some sunshine, and soon enough it's going to open right up and blossom. Beautiful. Beautiful. So have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful Saturday, as always. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate so much, you know, your comments, reaching out to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow, all right?